At the end of every year, so many of us make goals and plans for the new year with intent to better ourselves and improve our lives, but usually by the end of January, we've given up, we've abandoned the plan, and have just gone back to our comfortable state of autopilot. I'm a big believer in writing down your goals, writing them down every day almost, just as a way to constantly keep them in front of you. Reason being that having it in front of you every single day, it works like a vision board. So with a vision board, you're seeing exactly what you're going after. You have a little bit more focus on what you're doing every single day and what you're doing it for. I recently listened to Ali Abdaal on a podcast, and I really liked the way that he redefined productivity. And productivity to him isn't getting things done, it's using your time to do things with intent and for enjoyment. So you move away from productivity being about just, checking boxes on a to-do list to things that actually matter to you. That's what actually will feel productive to you. It's because it's moving you towards things you actually wanted and things you actually care about. For me, I get a lot of anxiety over being underproductive. Like if I didn't work on my book today, if I didn't make cold calls, then I don't feel really great about myself. It's so easy to list out your deficiencies, but if I recognize that my time was used in a way that was meaningful to me, where I did enjoy myself, where I was happier for how I spent that time, then there's no regrets, and that drastically reduced my anxiety when I consider and I think back on the way my time was spent to realize how important it was to me. It was something I actually wanted to do. In my own personal goal writing, how I've been looking at it is, for some examples, when I'm thinking of fitness, the gym's not bad, running's not that bad, but I don't really enjoy them. I don't get excited about thinking about going to the gym or going for a run. But what I do get excited about is thinking about hiking or pickleball. And so if I'm trying to create a fitness goal for myself, my fitness goal is going to be oriented specifically around doing activities that I want to do. So I want to get back to hiking every weekend. I want to play pickleball with my family once a week or every other week. So trying to put those things more in focus, the fun things you want to do in focus and incorporating them into your goals will make you more likely to hit them. So for work, for example, what does my ideal work day look like? I would prefer to spend my time being creative and writing books. And, for you, regardless of what career path you're on, you should be thinking, what does my ideal work day look like? How can I make it better? Do I want to spend more time interacting with a team? Do I want more independent time? Do I want a little bit more autonomy? And having just this moment of reflection to kind of design the work you want, the fitness that you want, it's totally customized to you. They're your goals, it's your life. Instead of writing a to-do list for your 2024 resolutions, I actually want to help write some positive resolutions and goals so that way we're a little bit more encouraged and actually want to hit these goals. So I took psychology for a couple years, and I remember reading this one section in a textbook in Psychology 101. But psychologists show that when you make a command positive rather than negative, people are more likely to listen to it. So if you're going hiking and there's a sign that says, do not walk off of path, people are more likely to take a step off of the path because the sign told them not to. It's just something in our hardwiring. But if you were to say something like, please stay on the trail, rather than saying do not, and you're saying what they should actually be doing, people are more likely to listen to that. And so when you're writing your goals, I would encourage people to say, if you're trying to quit drinking, for example, I would say something like, you want to replace that activity with something positive. So instead of saying, I want to quit drinking, I would say something like, I want to replace drinking with water. And you kind of make this psychological trick with yourself to make it a positive action, and you're not taking something away from yourself. So I learned an exercise from a CEO that I worked with. She attended Harvard. She still goes to Harvard events there. And obviously her mastermind group is very different from my mastermind group. But what I did absorb from doing this goal setting exercise with her was that she has a great way of translating past reflection into what do you actually want to change about reality from a real perspective of what's currently happening, and how you can set micro habits to execute on these larger goals. So let's run through the exercise. So step one of this is 2023 reflections. And you can take out a pen and notepad. You can do this here. You can pause the video as much as you like, or you can just take screenshots and do it in your own time. The first section of 2023 reflections is, what did you accomplish this year? How have you grown this year? what were the meaningful moments of 2023? And as you answer these questions, it's going to help you think back and focus on what you enjoyed most about the year. What was the most gratifying moments to you about 2023? Because in my mind, like the things you really enjoyed, the things that you found value in, the things you can still remember at the end of the year, those were probably like the most meaningful moments to you. And so when you're planning for 2024, you're going to try to create more moments like that. So for me, some of the greatest moments were, we did a gender reveal for my baby nephew that's going to be born into the world, and that's so exciting. But those types of events for me was all about family. Those were the events that I remembered the most. And I definitely want to incorporate more time with family into 2024 because I was just happy as then. So once you've thought about, what were the highlights, what were your achievements, what did you really like about 2023 that you want to bring into 2024, the next step is what isn't serving you. What do you want to leave behind in 2023 and you do not want to bring with you into 2024? It could be like anxiety. I think that for me going into 2024, what I want to leave behind is kind of being a people pleaser. I don't think I'm a huge people pleaser, but I think that I don't say or express enough what I actually want. So going into 2024, I want to become more affirmed in expressing what I want. But leaving behind the people pleasing, leaving behind the anxiety, those are different things you can kind of think about. So the next stage we're going to do is we're going to do a brain dump. There's a few different categories of life or facets of life that we want to focus in on, and it's physical health, relationships, financial, emotional, mental, physical, spiritual, and then travel and fun. And then you can just add another one, what's your career goals too. The entire objective of this is as you're looking at all these words, just write down the things that come to mind. Like, what do you want around physical health or relationships? What different activities can you do? Like, what experiences, what do you want to have? How would you like to grow in these different facets of life? And you don't have to answer all of them if you don't care about any specific ones, but it gives you an idea of just how much you can really do. Just completely dump everything out, and you should probably spend maybe like 20 to 30 minutes just pure brain dump. The next step is to pick your top 12 branches from your brain dump. And I would generally choose less than 12 because I know that if I have 3 to 5 goals that I'm really focused on, that I'm really likely to execute and succeed in hitting those goals. But having a list of top 12, it kind of gives you some flexibility of like, all right, well, every month I can try to incorporate one of these goals a little better, and it's just like kind of habit stacking as you go through the year. Once you've picked your top 12 goals out of that brain dump, we're going to write out what are daily micro habits that you can use to create inertia on all of these 12 goals. So if it doesn't become a habit to pay attention to something where it's built into your daily routine, then it's really easy to forget it. It's the whole concept of out of sight, out of mind. So, if you're thinking of, I want to travel to Michigan. If I'm trying to travel somewhere, I'm going to spend 5 minutes a day researching that location, thinking of places I want to eat, things that I want to see, what do I want to do, and just 5 minutes a day reinforces in your mind what you're really after, and it helps clear the vision and the plan to get there. Like, you're every single day just planning a little bit more and more till you're actually at that point. Whether it's writing a book, grow a business, improve relationships, improve your health, you have to work on it every single day in these baby steps. And, maybe it's not a 30-minute trip to the gym that you're taking every single day, but maybe a 5-minute walk around your neighborhood. So it takes small steps to make great strides, and change definitely won't happen overnight. If we want 2024 to look drastically different than 2023, it's not going to happen because the fireworks went off and it's 12 o'clock. It's going to take those baby steps. Don't get caught up in the stress and worries of tomorrow that you forget to enjoy today. That's the entirety of the exercise. When you're creating goals, I think it's totally okay to write out their goals, like things you don't even know how you're going to possibly achieve. But even if you set a goal that's too high, you might get pretty dang close to hitting it. I just wanted to create a little bit of a goal video. So this is how I work through my goals. I try to incorporate them every day. I reinforce them every day. I'm learning, and I'm hoping that everybody is going into 2024 feeling energized, feeling excited for a new year. And even though it's a new year, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's the time to start change just because it's another number at the end of like the year. Like, change should definitely happen now. Change should happen when it first comes to mind, but it doesn't happen all at once. And sometimes when you're trying to do too many goals and too many changes at one time, you might fail. And so if you're focusing on one goal a month, you have a better chance of hitting it. So if your first goal of the month is, or for that, of your 12 goals, if the first one is that you want to try taking cold showers because you think that it's better for your health, and I personally think it is, but there's different disputes on it. But just as an example, if you're trying to take cold showers every day for a month, then take the cold showers for a month. If at the end of that month you realize, yeah, this is not something I want to do for the rest of my life every day, then just, then you can just give it up, and then you experienced it, you learned something, and then you try your next goal. As you're thinking of whatever your 2024 goals are, if you want to improve in your fitness, your workspace, or relationship improvements, think about what you actually want to do. Like, how do you actually want to make those things happen, and make them things that you really want to do. It's like when you execute life with a little bit more intent, saying that this is something that you wanted, that this is something that you planned for, and that you've put effort behind consistently, I think that there's an association between that and happiness. I really do. So yeah, I hope you have the best year in 2024. I hope that you make a lot of money, that your relationships grow and become even deeper. I hope that you get inspired and have new experiences, and you travel, and yeah, just 2024 is the best year for everybody. So thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next time.